We've talked about a couple of advancements. Tell me a little bit about, Al, how fishing line has really helped walleye fishermen over the past, let's say decades.
Yeah, recently, braids came on the scene not that many years ago. Braids and then fluorocarbon for years, it was monofilament. Okay, and then braids came on the scene, and everybody went to braids for all kinds of fishing, and we figured out where it works and how it works and when it works, when it doesn't work, where it doesn't work. Same thing true with fluorocarbons. And I just read some interesting stats as far as sales go on fishing line, and it's roughly one third mono today, 1/3 fluorocarbon, 1/3 braid. It just kind of leveled itself out on a national level. And there's places where we kind of poo-pooed mono, and it kind of went, in the back of your tackle box. But mono has come back for a lot of conditions like live bait rigging, where you got a little forgiveness in a line. I know a lot of walleye anglers today that are back to mono for a lot of conditions, shallow water jig fishing. Some of the differences in what these lines do on how they pull a jig. I'll use fluorocarbon to mono as an example. Fluorocarbon being heavy, you can't float a jig. It pulls that jig down so much faster. You don't get that bow in a line like you can get with a braid and a mono leader. And you feel that, you don't feel that sharp jab, you feel more of that light tug. And a seasoned angler knows that walleye, on a live bait rig as an example, that little bit of forgiveness, they don't drop the bait right away. And so there's a place for all of this. In your job as an angler, there is a place for mono, there's a place for fluorocarbon, there's a place for braid. And we get into all of this at different times in Target Walleye by a lot of different anglers.
And those tips that they're giving us online, folks, that's something you want to really pay attention to.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So lines, they're always important. And
even to line color, and we talk about that on a regular basis.
And some cases it's pound test, and if you're fishing, you can fish walleyes with 4 or 5 pound test, and sometimes you have to. In some cases, it's 20 pound.
Right.
In some cases, you tie in the braid or the nano direct. I mean, it just depends on water, and then watercolor and
Watercolor
current
comes
and,
in, wind, watercolor, cover, all of these things come into play, and we could sit here and talk for hours, actually, if you wanted to fine tune stuff. Again, the job that we have here at Target Walleye is to shorten the amount of time of the learning curve, bring you so much information so fast it'll make you a better angler on the water, because we are working with some of the best anglers in the business today.
well, thanks, Al, and thank you, Target Walleye readers. Share Target Walleye with your friends. Get them to subscribe too.
Bingo.